Linda Doherty, and earlier this year I became the field office director here at the Seattle field office. First, on behalf of the United States, I want to thank each of you for working hard and earning the right to be here today. You could have remained in the United States indefinitely as legal permanent residents, but you chose citizenship. The federal government appreciates that choice. The United States has been a nation of immigrants since before Congress passed the first naturalization law in 1790. When my great-grandparents immigrated in the 1880s, naturalization authority was vested with the state governments. But in 1906, naturalization became a function of the federal government and the process was standardized, a process each of you now knows well. Although naturalization is a federal benefit, our nation has been built and strengthened by the contributions immigrants have made to local communities. You too should get involved. Whether running for elective office, volunteering for community events, or actively participating in town hall meetings, at the very least, take time to vote for the changes you want and the values you hold dear. For each of you here today, becoming a citizen may be the end of one journey, but it is also a beginning. It is the beginning of your life as American citizens. I know that you come from 26 different countries and that each of you have taken a different path to get here. But momentarily you will be citizens of one country. And as Americans, you are bound together by a common bond and obligation to your fellow Americans. Unlike many birthright Americans, I have lived on 4 continents and spent time in more than 80 countries, some of which are represented here today. While abroad, I have often been asked, why are Americans so patriotic? I've said I believe this is because we are not united by race, culture, or birth. Rather, we are bound by an ideal, that all souls were created equal and have a right to rise above the drudgery of life in pursuit of one's own dreams. These ideals move us beyond our backgrounds, lift us above our personal interests, enlighten our democracy, and ultimately improve our citizenship. Each new citizen strengthens these ideals and makes us, as a nation, ever more American. Today, you shall further enrich our great melting pot as your dream of becoming a United States citizen is realized. Please know that in the United States, there are not born citizens and naturalized citizens. There are only American citizens, and you have truly earned the right to call yourself an American. I congratulate each of you on the accomplishments that brought you to this moment, and I wish you every success in your pursuit of the American dream. I now request that Officer Nicolau please present the candidates for naturalization.
Field Officer Director Linda Doherty. It is my honor to present 84 candidates for naturalization from 26 countries. Each of them has been examined by a USCIS officer and has been found to be of good moral character and attached to the principle of the Constitution of the United States. Each of them has been found to be eligible in every respect for the United States citizenship. Therefore, I request that you administer the oath of allegiance on behalf of the United States government.
Will all our candidates for naturalization please rise? Please raise your right hand so I can administer the oath of allegiance. Please repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear arms
that I will bear arms
on behalf of the United States
on behalf of the United States
when required by the law,
when required by the law,
that I will perform non-combatant service
that I will perform combatant service
in the armed forces of the United States
in the armed forces of the United States
when required by the law,
when required by the law,
that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely
and that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, you are all winners. And you may all be seated, because although you are Americans with or without